Nico's pick of the week was the 2009 film Summer Wars. Dude, this movie stinks. Takes it away.
Well, okay. So Tai is just an average kid who one day tames a Digimon of his very own name, Agumon. Hang on. So Belle's mother died, and she's pretty sad about it. But with a bit of magic through the internet, she's able to find. Hang on.
Nico, I think, yeah.
Okay, so our main boy here, okay, he's a bit of a math nerd whose hot classmate hires him to come to her home to visit her family for a week, alright? Only this job's a bit more than he asked for. As it turns out, this fucking baddie actually invited him under the guise that he's actually her boyfriend, her fiance, in fact, who she just wants to meet her fam and importantly here, her dying grandmother, alright? After a series of mishaps, he accidentally gives full control of the internet to a dangerous virus called Love Machine, who uses this unfettered access to wreak havoc in the real world using the Japanese internet. And, eventually the Japanese are able to overcome this through the power of fucking, family, I guess, and Japanese Uno, I guess. Tanner, what's your haiku?
My haiku, as inspired by Summer Wars... This is the same plot as Digimon the movie. Granny can get it.
That's so real, dude. That's so real. So, Summer Wars, as we alluded to, so this is another movie by, what the fuck is his name, Jackson? Who's this guy?
Mamoru Hosoda.
Yeah, it's another Hosoda movie. And this guy, he made the Digimon movie previously, the good part, what is it, like War Games, I think is what it's called, Digimon War Games, that section of the movie. And he liked it so much, he was like, hey, I want to, flesh out this concept a little more, so I'm just gonna, make a whole ass other standalone movie where I can really do that, and this was his attempt at it, and I think he did it pretty dang well, guys. I think we should give him a little round of applause, good job, Hosoda. I think that this is a really standout one for you, pal.
Boo! Fell off!
I think that this is a sweet little story. I like all the family dynamics, and I don't really care about the stuff happening in Oz all that much.
What the fuck? I get that, actually. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think the family is literally the only thing I gave a shit about this movie at all. I could not care less about the world-ending tragedy happening. I couldn't care less about Oz as a concept because it's just really fucking stupid.
What do you mean it's stupid? What's so wrong with it, dude?
Let's have the entire fucking world's everything rely on a single piece of technology that can be hacked in a day, not even a day, in a matter of hours by 30 different people, including one autistic
55.
fucking Japanese quant.
Yeah.
Isn't that how it currently works, Jackson?
No.
If someone gained access to the entire internet, then wouldn't they be able to wreak havoc this?
What does that even mean, though, to have access to the whole internet?
Yeah, the whole internet, dude.
Everybody has access to the entire internet, Nico.
Yeah, but if they could control the entire internet, man.
Just doesn't... Yeah, I agree with Jackson. This movie is aggressively contrived and convenient.
Yeah. And it makes me not really want to pay attention to anything. This is literally just a little family comedy. I don't even really care that much about the drama that's going on behind it at all. The family didn't really do a ton to endear me that way. It was mostly that I think they're kind of fun to watch, and that's really all I have to go on. This movie also is very well animated, I would say. I think the music's really good. There's an FDRX7 in it. I think it's generally speaking, it's a well-made movie. I just think the world building and the writing is pretty rough, and that drags it down.
And I simply disagree, man. Yes, okay. So, the characters, they're perhaps not the most fleshed out, okay? They might be barely characters, but the important part here is the family, as you stated. And I gotta say, they really do feel like a family. All these people are people who you yourself have interacted with, who you've had family dinners with. It's fantastic. It really just gives you that cozy, nice feel of man, this really reminds me of all those times when I got to hang out with my family, just as a kid or something, and god damn, I miss it.
Nico likes this movie specifically because he's nostalgic.
Yikes.
I really don't have any other thoughts on the movie. I just like the family stuff. I think it's cute.
Dylan, say something about the movie.
The main boy reminds me of Shinji. The main girl reminds me of one of the anime girls from, Liz and the Bluebird or something like that. Oz reminds me of Belle.
There might be a reason for that, dude.
Yeah, weird. Crazy how that works. I don't know. Me and Jackson talked about this a little bit outside of here.
So we already tainted your view on it. That's a bummer. I really want to get your unfettered thoughts previously.
Not necessarily. I took nothing he said in mind. I actually forgot about it until just now. No, I mean, he says with each consecutive watching of this, he likes it less. I don't know if movies have that effect on me. I definitely still enjoyed this movie, but that's just because I like the emotional touches. I like you guys were talking about, the family dynamics. I like how randomly their family... Well, not randomly. I like how their family is big enough to where they got firefighters, they got doctors, they got cops, they got computer people who have access to supercomputers, they have a military intelligence guy, they have all this random stuff that they can just conveniently use in their hour of need. I don't know. I did find the concept of Oz contrived, like Tanner was saying, because it just seems like making an AI alternate sprite world or whatever to kind of do what we would imagine we can already do, unless for some reason in this universe they invented it for that sole purpose, in which case that's the only way it makes sense. I don't know, I got a little teared up at the end when, like, all the emotional stuff started playing out, like, you know, the grandma dying and them being in a relationship and all that kinds of stuff. I really enjoyed this for the most part. The action and stuff is what I would have... I guess what I'm trying to say is this is the movie I kind of wanted Belle to be more like, instead of what it turned out to be.
Wholeheartedly agree, man. This is literally just Belle, but better.
I mean, I would definitely take aspects of both movies and combine them, more so adding more of this to Belle, but other than that, you know, but that's kind of just my general thoughts on this. I rather enjoyed this movie. Like Jackson said, it's beautifully animated. The family's a great time to watch. They have a fun dynamic, you know, that kinds of stuff. So I don't have too many.
One negative I will actually say about the movie, though, how does learning martial arts translate to the game?
It doesn't. The whole way they have the input system for Oz is, like, really fucking stupid, too. Like, there's fuckers playing on their flip phone and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, Jackson, so, like, on this point, alright, I feel like there's a decent chance that you can, like, you know, suspend your disbelief a little bit, and, like, what we're seeing, like, happen in Oz isn't, like, an actual representation of, like, what the people experiencing on the outside world is.
I was literally just about to fucking say that. Like, every single time we see them on it, it's just, like, some fucking Windows 96, whatever that version before XP is, and Windows 95, like, basic-ass looking operating system, and I imagine that's kind of what it is, and this is just, like, an artistic representation of what's going on in-game, rather than, like, what's actually happening.
Yeah.
So it's like menus, not parkour.
So it's like a Demon Slayer vein, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
I don't know what you...
He's saying that, like, you know, the fucking sweet elemental moves and shit that the...
that shit also sometimes also does shit.
Yeah, but, like, ignore that.
Yeah, don't pay attention when that happens.
Whatever. I got what I needed, I guess.
And I also like the design of the internet here, okay? I think it looks sweet. Especially fucking Love Machine's design. He looks so fucking rad. He's sweet as hell, guys.
I think the ending's fucking stupid, by the way.
That's because you don't know how Hanafuda works, Jackson.
It doesn't matter, yeah, we're gonna have I don't care, dude.
It's sweet, it's literally everyone coming together and, like, fighting against this thing. Everyone, just like in the Digimon movie, came together to fight against this great evil, okay? I'm sorry, dude, am I the only one who understands the complexity of this ambitious cinematic masterpiece, okay? Am I the only one who gets it, Jackson?
And before Nico gives it, like, a B tier.
I guess so. I was gonna say, actually, Jackson, I agree. I like how this, like, up until this point, they've just been fighting this guy. You got the sweet rabbit avatar that's been beating the shit out of everything. But then you end the whole movie with them playing a card game and ending it like some big anime fight scene where they're just, like, yelling and charging up a super move when really all they're doing is slapping down a card. I thought that shit was kind of stupid.
Somebody's never watched the Yu-Gi-Oh anime before, and it shows.
I mean, I have, but at least I feel like the stakes aren't as high in Yu-Gi-Oh.
What do you mean people fucking die in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Not in the anime I watched. Anyway.
What do you think the Shadow Realm is doing?
I don't know, just some alternate universe you can dump people.
You know what this all actually comes down to?
What's that?
Jackson didn't like that we watched the dub for it.
Holy shit.
That also is true. He did tell me that as well. I did not mind that. I prefer not reading while I watch my movie.
Right. Which, by the way, I think this is a pretty solid dub all around.
Yes.
I think it's serviceable.
It helps when you haven't seen the Japanese dub first, I will admit.
I've seen both. I prefer the dub, TBH. And so, I guess I'll be kicking us off for the ratings here, boys. I'm giving Summer Wars, this critically acclaimed film, this fantastic Hasuda film that we watched, where we're really just blazing through his catalog. I'm going to be giving a B+.
What the fuck?
Holy shit, I also gave it a B+.
Hold on a fucking
Dylan,
second.
what are you giving it?
There's no way. Hold on. How is it that you gave a movie I thought you would have rated lower than me higher, and then a movie I thought you would have rated... Anyway, not important.
He's putting on an act.
Yeah, I am giving Seven Wars an A. By the way you were talking it up, you made it sound like you were rating it higher than me.
I think it's a good movie, man. This is Giguk, the anime man, not actually the anime man, the anime zone, I think is what he used to call himself. It's his favorite movie.
That guy's got
sad.
shit taste. Yeah, I gave it a B minus. There isn't a whole ton to grasp on for me, to be completely honest with you. I think it's a pretty okay film.
Boo.
That is far higher than I was expecting from you, Jax. I was expecting at least like a C minus.
That is actually higher than I was
No.
expecting from you as well.
I would not go as to say it's a fucking C tier movie. I think there's definitely, even just from an artistic standpoint, there's a lot that's holding this movie up, and I think the interactions between the family are pretty good. But yeah, generally it's just kind of a stupid, like, little fun rompy film. I don't care.
What'd it get?
That lands it at a B plus overall,
Whoa.
unsurprisingly.
Nice.
Hog.